Cool. Okay, so we found out that David Seymour was coming to Dunedin last week. Roughly, he was coming here for an ACT Party meeting, meet or greet, public meeting. It was described as on his website. So, like any firm believer in the ACT Party policies, I RSVP'd to that meeting.
And I'm assuming you used your name. You didn't write Chewie.
No, I put my actual human name.
That your mother doesn't even call you, just so we know.
No, my mum doesn't call me that anymore because nobody knows who she's talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, my initial plan was, man, it'd be fun to be in that meeting, just to see who goes to an ACT Party meeting, and maybe cause a little bit of ruckus. So I was quite surprised when I received a phone call this afternoon saying that due to unprecedented demand, it was no longer a public meeting. It was a meeting for ACT Party members. So would I like to join?
Would you like to join ACT? Man, join the ACT Party to get into it. There's a way to build your... Like, there we go. Okay, be a subscriber to watch the show. Yep. Funny.
And I considered it for about half a nanosecond and then went, there's no fucking way I'm giving the ACT Party any money. So I said, no, I'd still like to come. And they went, no, I'm sorry, you can't. Now, this is because the cat was out of the bag that local groups had noticed that he was coming to Dunedin, and they knew that there were going to be protesters. So I turned up a little bit before 6 at the Distinction Hotel here in Dunedin. I wasn't, unfortunately, there for his arrival. I don't know when he turned up. I wasn't there for the majority of the people at that meeting going inside, but we were down there from about 6 to about 7:30, 8 o'clock. There was a reasonably beefy police presence, and the ODT and myself would estimate this crowd at about 100. Most of the police were quite good. I had a little chat to a sergeant towards the end of it.
Did the sergeant ask you to sign his BHN gear?
What he did, he made a beeline for me, and because I obviously had my megaphone, and he was making a beeline for me.
The foo-foo
and I was
phone.
like, oh shit, yeah, the foo-foo phone. I'm like, I'm in trouble here. And he walked up to me, he just leans forward, and he goes, "You're doing some good chants. You should do more."
Did he really?
Yes, I was very surprised. Now, like, you'll see in this clip that you put up, I think you play it, that some of the cops there were not there for the de-escalation, shall we say, but luckily saner heads prevailed, and it was just like, look, it's a protest, just let them do what they want to do.
So was he just having a bit of fun, sort of making himself relatable to you, perhaps, by saying something like that? Because then, if anything else happened, he was already a human being to you. Was that kind of a tactic, do you think?
Well, I wonder if he was circling in on the fact that one of the things that I was saying through my megaphone was, my foo-foo phone, was that the Deputy Prime Minister that was inside of that hotel was part of the government that was denying the police pay increase claims. That they don't think you're worth paying.
They are literally defunding the police, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. And that maybe they should be on the side of the people and not on the side of the government in this case. So I think maybe that hit home on a very cold Dunedin night.
Yeah,
that they probably didn't need to be out and about for. The other thing that was quite notable is, as that meeting wrapped up and the people that were at the meeting were leaving, it was exactly who you would think would be at an ACT Party meeting. Old white people.
Yeah.
And by Christ, they weren't happy to see us. A man offered to fight me.
No.
He did. He said he was going to cram that megaphone down my throat, and his wife had to drag him away.
Oh,
now, what set him off? What really got under his fucking skin, Pat? What do you think that was? I asked the question.
Treaty? Honour the treaty?
Treaty was certainly a button issue that set many of them off. But this particular man, the question that I asked was, did David Seymour Explain why he sheltered Tim Jago for as long as he did. Why are you supporting a party that protects a pedophile? Well, they didn't like that at all. So I told several other people the same thing. But yeah, it's they didn't like the treaty. Someone had to go at a woman carrying a honor the treaty sign. It's exactly who you think of. But there were 100 people out there in the cold Dunedin wind standing up for a whole range of things. And it was all about people's rights, about our democracy, about what New Zealand should be doing about various issues overseas. And what they were standing up for inside that room was themselves. What can I get? What puts me above everybody else?
Yeah.
And that it was just so clear that they did not like being seen coming out of this meeting. They did not like that there were people challenging their views. And they reacted with the weirdest reactions, ranging from aggression to coming up to me and trying to be really clever about something and then just completely forgetting their train of thought when I said, I'm sorry, what? It was weird. We didn't see David Seymour. He stayed inside that hotel or snuck out the back way or whatever. So, of course, you know, the free exchange of ideas in the marketplace of free speech didn't happen. It's surprising that. But yeah, 70 people at that meeting, 100 people outside protesting.
Should we have a look at some of the footage? If there's anything you want to highlight about what was happening, go for it.
I need you to step back onto the footpath area, please. Anyone?
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. We heard it. Yep.
It does sound a little bit like they're saying Pooh Street, just quietly. Some enunciation. It does sound like they're saying Pooh Street, our street, Pooh Street, our street.
A little bit of the behind the scenes on that, right? So this is Bond Street in Dunedin.
Yep.
And part of Bond Street has been turned into, I guess, kind of like a drive-through area for guests of the hotel dropping off and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it is on Google Maps as a public street.
So the road that goes between the car park and the hotel is actually because it does say no thoroughfare there. I didn't realize that was a public street.
But on Google Maps, it's a street. It's still Bond Street. So one of the things when people assembled is that you can't be right in front of the door. The hotel manager doesn't want you in front of the door. So the idea was that we were going to walk through that area, just backwards and forwards. We weren't going to assemble. We were just going to transit that area.
Yeah.
And then the police went, no, we're not doing that. And that's when things got a little bit pushy because they weren't trying to de-escalate. They were trying to push us back onto the footpath.
All right, we'll keep going.
Pooh Street! Our street! 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 Pooh Street! Our street!
It does look like, as far as protest goes that we've seen over the last week, while internationally and here, it does look like quite a polite pushing through, doesn't it? Just not quite going all the way.
Nobody got out of control. I don't think it benefited anybody to be hauled away in a paddy van, but by the same token, we weren't going to get pushed onto, say, the other side of the street.
Yeah. Here we go.
Free, free! Free, free!
So what's happened here? Why are you let through now?
I think that might be slightly earlier.
Okay.
Because we went backwards and forwards like that probably about 3 or 4 times.
From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Israel, welcome here!
Hey!
Oh, who's that? Who's that?
Hey! There's the foo-foo phone in full effect. I get the sense we have to have a thumbnail there. Look at the wee fella. Look at the wee fella. So what you're being known as...
I love having a megaphone.
Every time, foo-foo phone. Every time there's a protest, Chewie gets on the news. That just seems to be how it is.
As you can see, pretty brutal on the weather front down there. It is cold. We rattled through some of the greatest hits of chants there, but I think my favourite is when it got quiet. me just yelling through a microphone going, David, was also very effective. So yeah, like if you've never been to a protest, like do, because I mean, I've come out of this just buzzing. It is one of the things to do this every night, to come together as we do here, the BHN community, and sort of go, shit's fucked, we want to make it better. And then you're just in your house with that feeling. I think it's a completely different thing to go down to something like this, and do something and stand, like put your face, put your body there and say, look, I believe in these things. I stand against what this guy wants to talk about. It's what we've talked about when things seem like really bleak and overwhelming, is just fucking do something. Like, I don't think we're not going to win over anybody that went into that meeting. I can tell you that much. But for everybody that was there, they felt more connected to their community. They felt less alone in what they believed in.
Yep.
So if you've
like
never been to a protest,
physical
just
impartation,
go.
a physical impartation of what we do in the evenings, and we saw that when we were in Auckland with the meetup, people actually going, "Oh, it's nice to meet everyone." You know, the whole finding each other's in the neighbourhood. That's a literal version of that for people standing against what this government's doing. Good on you, bro.
I think to take out the end of the show, I've been sent some paparazzi footage, Pat.
Oh, okay.
I've been papped.
Okay, let's have a look.
Tim Jago, why did you shelter a pedophile for as many months as you did? Hey, still friends? We haven't heard anything about it. Just wondering.
Shame! What was all that about? What was going on there?
What's all that about? So there you go.
Like
you don't need chants. You just need a megaphone and just ask questions.